Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand.
I want to tell you a little bit about Bill de Blasio. He's the only Democrat with the guts to really break from the Bloomberg years. The only one who will raise taxes on the rich to fund early childhood and after-school programs. He's got the boldest plan to build affordable housing, and he's the only one who will end a stop-and-frisk era that unfairly targets people of color. Bill de Blasio will be a mayor for every New Yorker, no matter where they live or what they look like. And I'd say that even if he weren't my dad.
And after a contentious campaign, Mayor de Blasio cruises to victory, winning a second term.
You wanted 4 more years, you got 4 more years.
Of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood, now is the time.
The test of our fidelity to our Constitution, to freedom of speech, to our Bill of Rights, is not when it's easy, but when it's hard.
What Colin is doing now is not just come out and pop out of nowhere. There's a tradition of African-American athletes standing up, using their platform to say something is wrong.
When somebody like Kaepernick brings attention to this, and others who have, it makes people face the issue, because it's too easy for people to let it go because it's not their daily experience. And if it's not your daily experience, you don't understand it.
I just hope people open up their eyes to see that it's really a problem going on and something needs to be done for it to stop.
The movement is saying, we like you guys to perform, we like you guys to dance, other than that, shut up and be silent. And that's not American. We like you guys to dance, other than that, shut up and be silent. And that's not American.
And it's interesting because GQ compares him to people like Muhammad Ali, who, risk their brand, risk their careers in order to stand up for a cause greater than themselves. And this issue of police killing, without any sort of consequences of black people, it's not as that issue is not going away. Do you think that the athletes who are continuing to take these risks, are rightly considered heroes on that sort of Ali level? I mean, LeBron and others who are speaking up.
I mean, Ali was at a somewhat higher level because he risked so much and sacrificed so much of his career. So I don't want to put everybody on his level because he stands alone. But they are doing something extraordinary in terms of making that personal sacrifice and taking a professional risk and really annoying a lot of the fans. A lot of the black fans are saying, I want to see people kneel. I don't want to see them give up their platform. But a lot of the white fans are saying they don't want to see this. They don't want to be reminded. They don't want to have their dream of a football game interrupted by reality.
Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend posted a picture with rapper J. Cole, Colin, and herself on IG. Cole is wearing an I Know My Rights shirt, which is a part of Kaepernick's campaign to educate youth on their rights, empowering them as American citizens. Max, does this support from J. Cole help or hurt Cap?
What are you going to do against it? I think those are very valid points, and Kaepernick has to play extremely well in order for San Francisco to win.
You know, he's played lousy.
It's been awful there. But, you know, he's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Yeah.
Stand by. You know, right. I'm just saying.
You get the pass with you.
Buy no drinks at the bar and pop champagne cause we got that.
Before I get to her, let me just tell you this, baby. Colin Kaepernick, as long as you kneel with us, we're gonna be standing for you, baby. That's right, I said it.
Why is our president so concerned about what football players is doing when the goddamn world is going in shambles? Like, you got this man from North Korea that's talking about he declaring war, which I don't know. Declaring war on who? Don't declare war on us. We don't want that beef. Take it to carrot face. You know what I'm saying? We don't got nothing to do with that, baby. It's just ridiculous. Like, it's like I feel like all these football team owners, they want to release statements now and they want to do the most, and it's like, but Colin Kaepernick, he still don't got a job. So what's really good? Like, y'all want to be releasing statement like we support our this and that people? No, not really, because if y'all did, Colin will have a job right now. Like, what's good? What's really, really good? And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tell the audience, I want to tell the people, like, don't be so hard on these players. Like, these players, like, you know, they're kneeling, they holding hands, they doing things, and it seems like sometimes it's not enough. Like, oh, if they really real about it, they will not play. They will not play. These people need their job too. Are you gonna pay them?
Tonight, the NFL rocked former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, accusing the team owners of colluding to keep him off the field. He claims the reason, his taking a knee protest during the national anthem against police mistreatment of African Americans.
Ron, this is a huge allegation.
It really is, yeah.
And the legal team's going to have to try to find some of that evidence that owners allegedly colluded.
Yeah, well, they're asking the owners to preserve any emails, documents, text messages, essentially hoping to find evidence that there was collusion, that the owners somehow got together to keep Kaepernick out of the league. But what they're implying is that he is so good a quarterback that there's no other reasonable, logical explanation that he is not with a team this season except they're blackballing him.
You know, you talk about this, but less than 2 weeks before the NFL regular season kicks off, protesters are going to gather at the NFL's doorstep, rallying for Colin Kaepernick, the former star quarterback some believe has been sidelined for his beliefs.
The quarterback speaking out about his stance last October.
It was something that was really just a personal decision where, you know, I didn't agree with what was going on.
Seth DeValve, the first white player to take a knee, says he thought of his family.
I myself will be raising children that don't look like me. I want to do my part as well to raise them in a better environment than we have right now.
I want to show you guys some pretty remarkable video that came to us via New York One. And this was, I believe, yesterday. This is dozens of current and retired police officers from the NYPD rallying in Brooklyn on Saturday in support of Colin Kaepernick. Take a look.
We support Cap. 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 We support Cap.
But you know, he's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Yeah.
We support Cap. We support Cap. We support Cap.
As members of law enforcement, we can confirm that the issues that he is saying exist in policing and throughout the criminal justice system indeed exist.
We have to tear down and be honest about this discussion. All of the people behind me risk their lives, so to speak, to protect folks. And they are standing with Kaepernick because they understand how important it is to push back on this structure.
If they want to stop, if they want to unite with the players, Colin Kaepernick should have a job in NFL. So it's hypocritical.
Colin Kaep is under attack. What do we do? Colin Kaep is under attack. What do we do? No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No racist. Police.
I'm Tony Anderson.
And I'm Gia Peppers for BET.
We are here in New York City at the United Stand rally in support of Colin Kaepernick and his peaceful protests.
That's right. Right now, people are literally lined up on the streets in support of our guy Colin. We have everyone out here from the Justice League to the Women's March to the Empowerment Movement to even Kappa Alpha Psi who came out here to show their support.
And what people are saying is that this is bigger than Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
This is bigger than the national anthem. This is about not letting somebody get blackballed who is standing, or rather sitting, against social injustice.
This is a moment in our nation's history, especially after Charlottesville, that calls us to move towards a moral center. And I think that those players who are able to stand up and be able to address that through their protests are making a bold stand. And even the silence of those who are not able to because they fear for backlash. And Martin King says, in times of controversy, I won't remember the loud voice of my enemies, I'll remember the silence of my friends. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, so this personally is something that's dear to my heart. But not only that, it's a time for the faith community and the civil rights community to join hands with the sort of sports enthusiasts to really right a moral wrong. And here we are today to sort of in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick to really say that what the NFL is doing to him is a grave injustice and something we're getting ready to fight for.
Well, I think first of all, as a white member of a Divine Nine organization, it's particularly important that I stay committed to the values and the service aspect of Kappa Alpha Psi. But generally speaking, I think the whole problem is that white people can remain indifferent. And for as long as that is the case, there's going to be a limit to how much progress we can get.
In the building of the organization plan, reliance was placed upon Greek history and tradition. See, a nigga tell you, say, ask them niggas in that. I say, now look, hey, in the fraternity and sorority thing, hey, y'all really Greek or y'all like African on the slide? They say, no, brother, it's really African. Organizational plan, reliance was placed on Greek history. So when you confront them, they gonna swear it ain't a Greek thing. And you gonna tell them, say, well, I seen your thing, and I know your thing is Greek from the jump. And no subordinate boule, archon, can ever deviate from the structure and the guidelines laid down by people in the organization higher than them. Acquaintance with Western civilization. Although Greek culture had relations with the culture of the Orient, hold it now. Seemed like they skipped over somebody. Let me go back. You see, this might not just be an affirmation of Greek, but this is a denial of Africa. This is more than just, I'm for this. This is, I must not even recognize any other.
7 young men founded a brotherhood committed to the cause of freedom. Today, over 125,000 members strong, the Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha continue this fight. W.E.B. Du Bois, Jesse Owens, Duke Ellington, Edward Brooke, Thurgood Marshall, Andrew Young, and Martin Luther King Jr. are among the countless Alpha men who have dedicated their lives to scholarship, manly deeds, and love for all mankind. The history of these men is the history of America, and their place in the vanguard of African American progress is unparalleled. This is the story of Alpha Phi Alpha's century of leadership.
It was thanks to Alpha Phi Alpha that I met Martin Luther King.
I was General Secretary of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. One of our initiatives was the 50th anniversary of the birth of the fraternity. He wasn't very well known at that moment, but when he finished talking that Sunday afternoon to that packed audience, everybody knew who Dr. King was when we got through.
Hi, I'm Hill Harper, and it's been 60 years since global human rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. answered the call and became part of the pioneering brotherhood of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. After over a century of activism and leadership, the fraternity stands tall as our brother is forever immortalized with the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Tonight, in this BET News special, you will hear the untold story of Dr. King's life as an Alpha Phi Alpha brother and how our pioneering brotherhood helped him launch the first battles of the civil rights movement.
I think it's a shame that there's only been one white player in the NFL who's kneeled down. I think it's particularly shameful for the the superstar white players whose job security is not a concern, right? Why are they not taking a stand, or rather taking a knee, right, with their fellow players?
And then you have multiple people that are shot time and time again. I can go through the whole name list, which isn't necessary. It's a message behind what he's doing. Get away with, okay, he's taking a knee, but absolutely he should be in our NFL roster right now.
While Colin definitely kneels alone on the sideline, when it comes to celebrity support, he is anything but. I've literally got a list of names here who have spoken out on his behalf.
Thank you so much. It truly is an honor to be here today. I'm very humbled to share this space with all of you. And in thinking about coming and supporting, I realized that our fight is the same fight. We're all fighting for our justice, for our freedom. And realizing that we're in this fight together makes us all the more powerful. So if there's one thing that I take away from today, and seeing the beauty of everybody out here, is that we're only getting stronger every day. We're only getting larger and larger every day. I see the strength in everybody. The dancing, the rituals, the dancing, the rituals. The dancing, the rituals, that is our resistance. We continue to fight. We fight for justice. We fight for our freedom. And we continue on that path. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. And that honoree was Colin Kaepernick. And his appearance here at the Beverly Wilshire was kept hush-hush for his own protection. In fact, we were ordered not to ask about him on the red carpet before the event.
2017 Courageous Advocate Award, Colin Kaepernick.
A standing ovation for a surprise honoree at the ACLU of Southern California's Bill of Rights Awards. Colin Kaepernick wasn't announced on the guest list, but roused the crowd with a very brief speech.
We must confront systemic oppression as a doctor would a disease. You identify it, you call it out, you treat it, and you defeat it.
Keep it up. We need to use everything we can to protest and resist.
Hello, everyone. It feels so good to be here on such a special night of appreciation. Thank you, Colin Kaepernick. Thank you for your selfless heart and your conviction. Thank you for your personal sacrifice. Colin took action with no fear of consequence or repercussion, only hope to change the world for the better. Colin took action with no fear of consequence or repercussion, only hope to change the world for the better, to change perception, to change the way we treat each other, especially people of color. We're still waiting for the world to catch up. It's been said that racism is so American that when we protest racism, some assume we're protesting America.
And CNN can now project that Barack Obama, 47 years old, will become the president-elect of the United States. We project he now has enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th president of the United States. And now he will be the first African-American president of the United States. CNN projects that Barack Obama will be re-elected president of the United States. He will remain in the White House for another 4 years because we project he will carry the state of Ohio. By carrying Ohio, he wins re-election. The president of the United States defeats Mitt Romney. At this time right now, we have made this projection, so the president wins this battle for the White House. They're excited in Chicago. They're excited at Times Square in New York. They're watching all over the world right now. The president of the United States has been re-elected.
Racism is so American that when we protest racism, some assume we're protesting America. So let's be very clear. Colin has always been very respectful. So let's be very clear. Colin has always been very respectful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud and humbled to present the Muhammad Ali Legacy Award to Colin Kaepernick.
I accept this award knowing that the legacy of Muhammad Ali is that of a champion of the people and one who was affectionately known as the people's champ. I accept this award not for myself, but on behalf of the people. Because if it were not for my love for the people, I would not have protested. And if it was not for the support from the people, I would not be on this stage today.
But you know, he's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Yeah.
Stand by. You know, right. I'm just saying. You get the pass with you.
With or without the NFL's platform, I will continue to work for the people because my platform is the people.